Take that $500,000 condo you were just talking about.
Okay.
What kind of rent could somebody get for that? And since it's short term, we'll go like on a nightly basis.
So we look at more of the gross yearly income. So there's some that are about $500,000 that are on the beach with high-end amenities, and those gross close to 100,000. I mean, you can get some from like 75 to 90,000 if it's one of the top tier complexes.
Wow.
With, you know, lazy rivers and hot tubs and indoor pools and outdoor pools and on the beach, the more it is. And obviously it depends on where you are in the building and your view. Obviously, if you're a corner unit, you're going to make more than, say, maybe lowest floor looking out barely at the sand. If you're and also how well it's decorated. And you don't have to spend a lot to make it look updated and nice. You don't have to go out and spend a ton, but if you're going to be in a $500,000 condo, you don't need, or $1 million or whatever, you don't need to make it look like, you can go buy rooms to go, but it doesn't need to look like it's rooms to go, if that makes sense. You know, you've got to make it look updated. And that's sometimes where it does help to either, if you don't have an eye for it, to get a decorator and make it functionable, because it's not only just looking updated, but make it functionable for guests.
Let's go to houses.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you could get into the millions very easily if you're on the water.
Yeah, so in Dolphin Island, there's still $500,000 or below, and those gross in the 75 to 90. That numbers are continuing to push up a little bit. In Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, those houses are well over $1 million, some as much as 2 or 3. They do rent well, the ones on the beach. I mean, you're looking at, if they're large enough, 150 to 200K gross income. They are very, very popular. They rent mostly weekly in the summer, and then they're popular year round. I mean, people want to, you're usually looking at 3 generations of people staying there.
Now, are those the kind of properties that are built up? So
yes. Our building codes require you to be on stilts because of you know, hurricane storm surge.
Sure, that's cool. Yeah, we don't do it that much out here.
Yeah, it's most every house will be built on stilts, and then, you know, some houses have hot tubs or pet friendly or pools, and that's different things that can help bring more value to your house. Obviously, the more you sleep and the more you can make it where it's attractive versus going to a condo complex with amenities. So if you put a hot tub or you put a pool or you make it pet friendly, that's something that you might not be able to have at a condo complex. And then people will pay more for less if they can bring their pet. And as you know, millennials mostly travel with our pets.
Well, I mean, out in California, I mean, it's people who try to rent a place, whether it be short term or long term, are shooting themselves in the foot if they say people can't bring their dogs.
That's, I mean, that's how the houses are. Most of the condo complexes here are no pets for renters, based on the HOA rules. And I get that. You've got a small, there's only like 1 or 2 that allow it, and they're usually weight restricted because you have small elevator spaces and you don't need all those animals. But at a house, yes, it definitely, we have studies that it brings up, we say at least 15% more income. It can be even more just depending on the location and what other amenities the house has to offer, but it's definitely a perk. And I know a lot of people click that box, and if you click that box that says pet friendly and yours isn't pet friendly, that's just a whole host of people you're not advertising to.
Oh, people would rather leave their kids than
they would.
Dogs.
They would. Plus, you know, pets do a lot less damage than children.
So now, since they're bringing their pets, they're probably driving. Where are most of your renters coming from?
I would say we had a kind of a shorter driving radius. We had a lot of Mississippi, Louisiana, you know, rest of Alabama, maybe some Tennessee. And then in the winter, we'd have, you know, winter guests from Michigan or Wisconsin, Indiana. We got really put on the map, and people saw how pretty our beaches were. And the driving radius has really increased. We started seeing a lot more from Texas and Missouri and on up Tennessee, Kentucky, regularly people coming from Indiana, all the states up in that area. So we're really, really a long driving radius. And I mean, we still see guests come in, you know, even from your area, California, or I've had an owner from Hawaii. So